Hey people, Intro here, 1v1, Green Tooth Gorge, blue side. Sasha is a Warlock, a melee spellcaster, leaps into combat, some powerful disruption and support, the same Han elite scheme. Up against is Fathom with a Mekboy, teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat, puts us a good damage with a bunch of Orky gadgets, teleports immediately to that central VP, and looks like they're going to be unopposed here. Howling Banshees on the field for Sasha, Fathom with single shooter boys. Not double shooter boys, which is interesting. Maybe straight into some looters to try and hold one on the flanks. More guardians on the way for Sasha. Mekboy probably goes west now with the teleporting shenanigans. Yep. And shoots up some guardians, and they're going to get them out of there. Huge amount of value early on from the Mekboy. Grabs that central VP. Probably going to get a model off the guardians. There we go. Teleports to negate their cover and gets them off the field, and might even get the cap on this western VP. That is a huge big value start. Shooter boys not interested in capping stuff. They're going to come and support the Mekboy west side. Sluggers on the east side. Double power gens down, so yeah, we'll see what we see. It might be Storm Boys. Are they going to go straight into double Storm Boys or something? And we see some battery pack support perhaps. That would be super fun. Banshees on the prowl. Big threat to a low level hero, especially one that can't really hang in melee like a Mekboy. But he teleports out, got the VP teleported out, now harasses them from range. Shooter boys alongside as well. They couldn't quite finish that rec point cap. They're going to try and keep this side locked down, maybe even get this power node out of the way. Sluggers on the prowl now. Trying to chase down Guardians. Guardians can take one of these garrisons though. And they got some more Guardian support. I think they're going to get the node. It is Storm Boys for Fathom. Storm Boys into Painboy maybe? Oh, it cancels them. Oh, into Painboy. Maybe it's Painboy first and then the Storm Boys? Yep, node is down. Mekboy's going to go for the decap, but there's too much stuff here I think to get it. Has to teleport out. Can even take this garrison and annoy these guys, although they might get a grenade in. I think even double grenades isn't going to take out 456 hit points. It might do. I'm not sure if grenade damage is amplified in garrisons or not, like flamers are. Or if it's just the fact that it hits all the models that makes them so deadly. Just great timing and use of the teleport so far. Getting into cover, negating cover, getting those VPs. A great start for the Mekboy on that west side. We've got Rangers up here for Sasha. Sniper infantry with some good support abilities. Can disrupt from long range and also infiltrate stuff. We got burners up for the sluggers and a guardian weapon team on the way for Sasha. Guardians are now capping up this west side, and Banshees pushed all the way through to forward cap this wreck point. So they've hit back hard here, Sasha. They could also grab this power point maybe. Warlocks on the mid. Might see the Witchblade of Kernis in tier 2 if these sluggers are a big threat. It's an expensive buy though, isn't it? Here's the Guardian weapon team on the field with a Shuriken cannon. They'll help to repel the melee threat of the Orks with the sluggers, sorry, and that Painboy. Painboy has a heal over time support ability. Decent melee in his own right. I think he's around 50 DPS, but he's got some damage over time stuff going on. Sasha looking at the power of Fathom now. Rangers getting shots in. They do not have their Pathfinder gear, so their shots aren't doing full damage yet. Full potential damage, that is. Gets a shot on the Painboy as well. That's only light cover, that little wall. Yeah, they're going to camp the power. Might get a full bash here. I don't think there's a huge amount the Mekboy can do about it. Throws out some mines. They're going to be spotted by the Rangers. Banshees are not committing to the power bash, nor is the Warlock. Warlock's going to go for that VP, try and draw those guys out. Maybe I'll get the Destructor off. Now goes for that VP. There's the suppression from the Shuriken cannon. Not a whole lot these fellas can do, having to run off there. Did the sluggers drop a model? They did. Did he throw the heal out? I don't think so. Maybe he could have saved the model with the heal there. Sluggers are like 25 to reinforce, I think. Oh, 22. His fully upgraded shooter boys with big shooters and knob leader. Tons of Daka for the Banshees to deal with. Yep, they got shot to pieces there. Lost a model in literally a second, I think. Rangers there spotting those mines, but they weren't close enough to be detonating them anyway. And they're going to get all the gens at least. Strong start from Fathom, but they really don't have the units on the field to contend with all this stuff in a face-on fight, a head-on fight, is what I'm trying to say. They might get all of it and a decap and stuff, actually. Fathom tries to trade power, Mekboy onto the VP, and they should be able to do it pretty fast with the burners. Risk of a big flank though from Sasha. Where are the Banshees most importantly? They are back at base, so they can't flank as easily. They could go around this side, of course. Oh, there's the immolator. There's the Git Source heal over time. Getting those sluggers back. It does have a burst heal at the start as well. And then you get the heal over time effect. Fancy special attack from the Warlock. Misses everything. No grenades on retreat path. So the shooter boys are fine. And here's some mines to greet the Banshees. Knockback damage and suppression there. Need some rangers to help them see stuff perhaps. Nope, rangers have gone off the other side of the map. Center is uncapped right now. 370 till 388 is Fathom that goes tier 2 first. And do you get a Death Dread or do you get a War Truck? A War Truck with sluggers and a Pain Boy is a really nice little mobile force to have out in tier 2 early. But a Death Dread would also do a lot here. It might force the Bright Lance purchase, which makes things easier for the sluggers. And of course there's that Weird Boy. Such a great tier 2 choice straight away, the Weird Boy. Not sure if they've queued something up already. I'd probably try to go Weird Boy Death Dread here. That'd be a big distraction for the sluggers and the Pain Boy to get back around here again. We'll see what they do though, eh? Shuriken needs to move. It's not super useful there right now. See Fathom coming down the east side. Okay, Knob Leader's queued up already, suggesting a War Truck, I think. Yep, War Truck's on the way. Sluggers will get their very mean Knob Leader with a power melee chopper. And the Pain Boy gets the Git Source upgrade. He automatically gets, I believe, the unstable fuel injection in tier 2, which allows him to explode a friendly Orc. Including himself, I believe, which you've seen a few times. If he knows he's going to die, just inject something unstable into him and he explodes. 370 to 338. Where did the Mekboy go? Oh, over there. There's the tier 2 for Sasha. Doesn't seem like Fathom is going to get anything else up super quickly, getting that Knob Leader out. We'll see what they do. Now fully upgraded, these guys are like exponentially more dangerous. I don't see the Exarch queued up for those ladies. Now trying to harass and maybe decap the east side is Sasha. Mekboy trying to hold the line, but these guys both have their battle equipment now for grenades and these nifty shields, not to mention health and fleet of foot. Doesn't mention fleet of foot in his tooltip for whatever reason. War Truck just breaks the shield, sluggers piling out, Pain Boy piling out, and choppy chop time. Guardians get away. Maybe they should have pushed through a bit further to get onto the Rangers there and chop those guys up, because those guys are power cost reinforcement. Stick Bombers on the way for Fathom. I was not expecting that. It's a nice shout though, gives you some good versatility in your approach. Gives Sasha a lot of stuff to worry about, a lot of different stuff to worry about. I was expecting the Weird Boy or Death Dread for sure. Warlock. Falling over mines. Oh, Witchblade of Kernus is on the way. Oh, you know what? It's only 130. Wow. I thought it was way more expensive than that. I thought it was like 150.35 at least. That's pretty damn good value, I think. Just 100 rec, 30 power. Over 70 power melee DPS. Down goes the Pain Boy. And the pretty awesome Ethereal Slash. 370 to 282. Slugger's going to find it a lot rougher here, mixing it up without the Pain Boy. The Banshees get their Aspect of Strength Exarch with the fancy Executioner Spear, and they're going after the War Truck with it. Getting some big great armor hits. It's a heavy melee spear, that thing. Stun bombs, good hit, lots of Daka. sluggers getting out. They can, of course, reinforce off the war trucks. So can most of these... Oh, all of these orcs. Not most of them. Oh, they replaced the Painboy. That's pretty fun. Don't often see that. Painboy's being replaced. Running into some... Oh, Bright Lance. That was suppression, but now it's Bright Lance. Bunch of stick bombs. Pretty good hits. Shooter boys trying to get the heavy cover. Nope, they're just... Oh, they're trying to tie up stuff in melee, I think. They should have stood there and shot it, I believe, in cover. Because this is a Bright Lance now. Oh, we got Gretchen's up. Don't get to see these guys that often. I think they're a little bit expensive. I don't understand why these guys cost power. I could be wrong, but I think they are... Is it 150, 20, and then some red? Why do they cost power to get onto the field? Well, I mean, what are you getting for that power out the gate? Very, very little. Just little fellas that can't fight and repair slowly. Now they have repair crew, so they can repair at the normal rate. But and they can build the boys hut, of course, which is potentially very cool. We don't see a lot of those. Maybe that's why they're given a power cost, because I guess being able to get the boys huts out without that investment in power is seen as a bit too strong, maybe? I don't know. Would like to see them more, the Gretchens. They're fun. War truck tries to get behind the Bright Lance and does so, piling out as Fathom. It's risky with a Witchblade of Kernus Warlock here and Banshees. There's Cult of Speed for the War truck, boosting its movement speed and decreasing the cooldown of weapons. Great play by Fathom. Keeps the War truck moving, keeps the sluggers being reinforced, and they are mopping up. Did supremely well there. Did they not hit the Ethereal Slash? How much energy does it cost? Grenade goes in. Not the best grenade ever. There's another heal over time. But quite a short cooldown, I guess. Even Gretchens were in there. Yeah, that was awesome. Did the War Truck live? The War Truck did indeed live. Look at it go. Now the Sluggers and the Gretchens can fix it up nice and fast. 311 to 282. I wonder if we will see a boys hut in the mid. I've kind of forgotten what it does now. Exactly. I know it's just a bunch of passive buffs, I think. But yeah, I don't think I can remember the last time I saw one built. Stick bombers are still around. These are actually pretty strong melee troop, these stick bombers. So they could do well inside the war truck. Maybe pile them in and then get them out, immediately throw your stick bombs at close range or something. That could be fun. And very, very dangerous to nearby orcs. 1-to-1 cap. Very close on VPs. Pretty close on the fights. Orcs had a great one there. Tier 3 for Fathom. Tier 3 for Sasha. Seer Council perhaps. Alongside the Banshees, I think would do some great work. Maybe drop an Ortuck in as well to win those melee fights. Try to dominate that melee fight. But there is of course the possibility of a Nob squad or two. Supported by a Mekboy as well. Does not have super tough beam yet. Because it's a tier 3 thing. They didn't get the battery pack either. Not sure they got a huge amount of value from the mines, but I mean they were annoying here and there. The Rangers dropped at some point as well, by the way. I'm sure you've already noticed. I don't see their bodies anywhere. Maybe it was right on the screen when they died. But I've got to look at a lot of things. West side, shooter boys be capping. Going to be a 2-to-1 for Fathom, I think. Mekboy teleports into forward cap, and they're power bashing. Painboy stabbing the absolute crap out of the node. Has Fathom queued anything up? I don't think they have. I don't think they had the resources to. Neither has Sasha. Yeah, I think Seer Council could do well. Aren't they 500, 100 or something? Or am I thinking of knobs? Maybe we'll see. They still have a Bright Lance, so I wonder if they'll get a looted tank up. I mean, he can easily shut down the Bright Lance, running the... Well, not easily, but they could run the war truck in, disembark, Will be risky though, because the Bright Lance can get shots, and of course the Banshees are there. It is indeed a Seer Council, and they're okay. 550, 100. Stick bombs. Some pretty good hits. Sluggers got messed up though. And there's the cap on the mid by the Warlock. Gretchens were repairing, I should say, and it is a looted tank. I was going to say, you know, still just a Weird Boy would be amazing. You can shut down that entire blob with the Weird Boy, then get Warpath for the buffs. But they want that looted tank, and it's hard to say no. It's a big old Orky tank. Some mines spitefully put on that wreck point there. Bunch of dead Eldar in the mid. And some Daka. Those guys trying to decap that wreck point. Couldn't quite do it. Not sure what the DPS is on the war truck. I don't think it's... I think it's around 20 DPS or so. It's not amazing. But it's something. There's that Cult of Speed again. Huge amount of use out of that Fathom. Don't know how much red it is. Sluggers. I like how he drives right up to something to get the sluggers out. As little time as possible for the enemy to react. Now needs to reverse out of here. There's that Seer Council. A squad of Warlocks with power melee weapons that can leap on you, providing a 15% ranged damage reduction aura that they themselves benefit from. It's this blue that you see here. So alongside Banshees with a heavy melee weapon, they are pretty damn good. I say with a heavy melee weapon because there's vehicles on the field. There's that looted tank. Already has reinforced plating, more health, and the boom gun. Warlock must flee. For there is Daka. And now Looters on the way for Fathom. Here comes the Autark. Awesome. We do get to see Seer Council and Autark. Autark also has a damage resistance aura of her own. I don't think hers is limited to ranged damage, but I could be wrong. I think it's like 15%. And I'm not sure exactly how it stacks with the Seer Council's aura. It's just multiplicative or additive or what. But they're getting some nice damage resistance with this stuff, that's for sure. Autark gets her spear up immediately. So, kind of surprised she didn't get the fusion gun for an anti-vehicle weapon here. Because that is not a heavy melee weapon there. Mekboy may die. Lives. 268 to 176. She can also get a nifty energy shield, the Autark. Although she is quite energy intensive, fleeting around and jumping around, buffing things with a heal. I think it's a pretty small heal, but it does buff damage afterwards. Might have noticed those Seer Council's hands glowing. That's the Autark jump buff, as I call it. 261 to 174. Full rosters. I mean, they're behind on VP's Fathom, but all they need to do, I say all they need to do, like the next big engagement win could decide this game. There's some repairs. The Mekboy can also repair, of course. Here's the Looters with their death gun. Are they not being suppressed? Oh, emboldens up. Grenade. Almost wipes out those Looters. Lucky to have two fellas there still. That was pretty awesome for those Guardians. Just stood up to a death gun. Banshee's hanging out in the mid. These Guardians are too close, I think, to stuff. Back off, fellas. There you go. Did Sasha get something else up? No, I don't think so. There's reinforced things. Autark's got a bit of XP already. What about these? Oh, the Howling Banshees haven't leveled yet. But a level 2 Warlock now with the Foul Choose Wing, which is awesome. You can throw that on the Banshees when they go after vehicles, or throw it on the Seer Council for super anti-infantry stuff. Is it plus 2 speed, I think? Yeah, plus 2 speed and 25% more damage. It's such a good buff. Autark jumps in to disrupt and starts fighting the stick bombers. As I said, they're pretty good in melee stick bombers, but she's getting the kills and she's got that inspiration on kill as well. It's another source of buffitude for the Eldar. Warlock leads the line. Was about to do Ethereal Slash, I think, but those sluggers moved off. Commandos on the field for Fathom. Very versatile squad with anti-infantry, disruption and anti-vehicle weapons. The tanks in a little bit of trouble. struggling to drive through with the war truck there. Dawn of Pathing almost gets it killed, but it survives. It survives. Somehow the Seer Council haven't taken a drop of a model here. Amazing. Ethereal Slash, very, very good hit. And there's Providence up now. And War Truck, Looter Tank goes down. Bright Lancer's getting shots. But because of the terrain, look at the terrain. You can't see the Bright Lance shots very easily. That's kind of unfortunate. Fathom might have not known that it was even being shot there. Warlock might fall over. 30 hit points, 25. Gretchen's actually chasing him there and actually doing decent damage at range. What was that? That was weird. Didn't expect him to do any damage at range on retreating units. Seer Council running into mines. You know what? Mines coming good right there. Another tank on the way for Fathom. Still think a Weird Boy does a lot of work here, but Pain Boy's down. War Truck is still up. Sluggers get the central cap, 215 to 86. There's Love the Daka from the Commandos. Usually they throw their burner bomb and then use Love the Daka to keep things falling over in the fire, but they needed to react quickly there, I think, to save those sluggers. Banshees with Distortion Field up from the global bar of the Warlock, reducing the range of damage they take. Trying to stay close to that Warlock for the buffs. This is a bad spot to try and make a stand for Fathom. Down goes the Mekboy. Was trying to get the looters in a good position there, but Banshees close the distance so quickly. War Truck getting stuck on things. Can it not break those braziers? Down goes the War Truck. And that was Dawn of Pathing right there. Big boom gun shot. Kills a bunch of Banshees though. Almost took him out. 187 to 86. War Truck leaping in. Ethereal Slash. Very, very painful. But you know what else is painful? A death gun from that range. And down goes the Warlock. Gonna be a triple cap here for Sasha. There it is. Triple cap for the Eldar Fire Prism on the way. That's gonna be a massive pain in the ass for Fathom. Especially since the Mech Boy is down right now. I guess they're both down. Level 3 Warlock, level 3 Mech. You know, Fire Prism. I mean, they could chase it down with a tank, I guess. But there's a Bright Lance to cover the Fire Prism. Fire Prism's got awesome range, and it can stop caps with its dispersed shot. I guess a looted tank can as well with the boom gun. Not quite as much as a Fire Prism, but... Oh! Fathom has conceded. Double cap against them. Only 25 VPs left. And they saw no reason to continue. It was a fun one. Some awesome fights in there. Really wanted to see what a Weird Boy could do against this full infantry army, though. Level 3 Warlock was down, as we saw, with that surprisingly cheap, in my opinion, Witchblade of Kurnus. We've also got the Mekboy down. Only had the mines, I think. There you have it. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.